The Siemens Safety Phone was developed within the framework of the Siemens Leadership Program by a Business Impact Project Team, or BIP for short. A group of seasoned professionals brought together by the company to produce groundbreaking innovations. Team members met for the first time a year ago in San Jose, California. They came from a wide variety of Siemens businesses and countries. The issue of personal security and how it can be improved was and continues to be an urgent topic on which the team focused their BIP. Their goal was to develop a personal mobile security solution that would locate a person in distress anywhere in the world, regardless of location, network connectivity, their personal condition, or whether their mobile phone is switched on or off. Team leader Dr. Frank M. Scholz describes the birth of the team's idea.
So we all of us are remembering this terrible attack 1 year ago on September 11, where we had 2 weeks after our initial meeting in the Silicon Valley area. And this was the time where our BIP team was thinking about how can we leverage a tremendous impact for the Siemens on one hand, and on the other hand, how can we try to secure our world a little bit more? And that was time where our idea was born.
The idea? An emergency location transmitter with communication functions in the form of a wristwatch. The Siemens Safety Phone, a device ensuring that help is just one single button push away. Here's how it works. When localizing individuals in distress, GSM and GPS systems both have their shortcomings, including poor network coverage and high power consumption. However, a localization by means of ELT is always possible, anytime and anywhere. After pressing the panic button, the safety phone user is identified and localized precisely, either via GSM or ELT. Provided with user information and location, the Safety Control Center can immediately dispatch the appropriate rescue services, such as fire brigades, police, or paramedics. It also features remote activation, which can be used to alarm police, for example, in the event of a kidnapping. Until now, emergency location transmitters have only been used in aviation, but because of their many advantages, they're ideally suited for civilian use. All aircraft are equipped with ELTs. ELT emergency signals can be picked up within a radius of 600 kilometers. The signal is passed on to the Safety Control Center, SCC. The signal indicates the direction of the emergency. The closer the receiver of the emergency signal gets to the safety phone sending it, the more accurate the localization becomes, down to a distance of only 1 meter. And, most importantly, ELTs offer 100% coverage, even in areas where GSM is not available. The Siemens Safety Phone is a combination of the wrist phone and the ELT module. It's equipped with a panic button, an ELT module and activator, and operates in different GSM frequencies with signal amplification in case of emergency. An automatic communication setup and a programmable automatic log-on mode ensure ease of operation and communication at any time. The shock-resistant body guarantees reliable function, even under adverse conditions. Step 1 in a rescue scenario is the placing of an emergency call with the safety phone. A simple task, even in critical or life-threatening situations. Pushing the panic button activates the safety phone, connecting the user to the Safety Control Center. The safety phone broadcasts an ELT signal, which can also be picked up by the airborne network if necessary. A defined 4-step microprocess is started, guaranteeing optimum help. The transmitter can be located exactly via radio and/or GSM bearing. In an emergency, and only if other methods are not available, the Siemens Safety Phone can be activated and will run for 48 hours. During a search, rescue aircraft tuned to the International Emergency Frequency 121.5 MHz can hear the special signal transmitted by the emergency at distances varying according to conditions. In trials conducted in new user situations, the Siemens safety phone, transmitting at an altitude of 1,600 meters, can be heard 400 kilometers away by an aircraft flying at 8,000 meters. On the open seas, an emergency signal from a ship can be heard 200 kilometers away by a plane at an altitude of 7,000 meters. The emergency carried by a swimmer can be heard at a distance of 20 kilometers by an aircraft flying low over the sea at a height of 1,000 meters. On broken ground, the emergency's performance is equally impressive. A plane flying at 2,500 meters can hear the transmitter 7 kilometers away. Even buried under 2 meters of snow, an emergency signal can be heard 10 kilometers away by a helicopter flying at 1,500 meters. Returning to our scenario, in Step 2, the user of the safety phone is localized. The encirclement and location can be best illustrated by using differently scaled maps. The accuracy of the bearing guides rescuers to within 1 meter of the caller. In Step 3, the user of the safety phone is identified. To ensure optimal help will be provided, his or her critical personal information is already registered in the Safety Control Center. This includes, for example, age, blood group, ailments or health conditions, regular medications, and the name of the individual's personal physician. In the fourth and final step, the specific help required for the emergency is quickly dispatched, whether fire brigade, air, alpine or marine rescue services, paramedics or police. In the live demonstration that follows, a team member shows us how easy it is for rescue services to localize his exact position at the Siemens Conference Center at Lake Starnberg near Munich, Germany.
So now it's time to present you our solution with a live demonstration which our colleague Vittorio will have in a few moments.
Safety phone works, and now you can also see it live, or you can see them. We have 2 pieces, they are 2 prototypes. You can see are not in a very beautiful style and so on, not like an Italian would do that, but they work. They work, and now you will see how they work. Okay, you have to believe me that this ELT signal will be broadcast, but we can demonstrate to you that the connection with the safety control center, it works. Then, if I push the panic button, now this is the ELT signal, this beep.
Good afternoon, Security Control Center. My name is Carsten. How may I help you?
Hello? I got lost. Can you help me? Can you localize me?
Yes, just hold on for a second. Your identification. Vittorio Ross, security number 0172-8419-155.
Yes, all right.
Okay, your current position is 47 degrees, 56 minutes, 20 seconds north, 11 degrees, 17 minutes, 24 seconds south, which means you are in Germany, in Belafing, at the Starnberg Lake, close to Siemens Street. Do you need some further?
No, thanks. It was helpful for me. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks for calling. Have a nice day.
Okay. It was real. It was not a joke. It works, really. Thank you.
The Siemens Safety Phone, a new combination of mobile communication and security services. Let's look at some relevant business figures and an overview of the safety phone's potential market, concentrating mainly on the US. Despite larger quantities of GSM mobile phones currently being shipped to Europe and Asia, Siemens is initially focusing on the US market, as high growth rates are expected there over the next several years. This is due to a high public awareness of safety issues, and the passing of the U.S. legislation E911 rule. The legislative rollout for the E911 began on October 31, 2001, and must be completed by the end of 2005. The major aspects of this new wireless enhanced 911 rule are: improved effectiveness and reliability of wireless 911, which stipulates that precise location information must be provided. That means localization within 50 to 100 meters. The establishment of E911 requires the development of new technologies, and Siemens is leading the way with ELT and GSM localization via EOTD technology in the new safety phone. According to a Siemens ICM survey, 31% of all U.S. mobile phone users are interested in location-based services. 2/3 of all these LBS-interested users want to use emergency services. That means that 20% of all U.S. mobile phone users are interested in emergency services and would be willing to pay a higher price for them. Siemens is targeting a market share of 33%, which amounts to 1.1 million units in financial year 2003, 2.2 million units in financial year 2004, and 3.6 million units in financial year 2005. The safety feature could also provide for an additional positive impact on GSM phone sales. This is one example of an operational model based on public regulations. A public authority regulates the cooperation and the contribution of every party involved. The value chain of this particular solution is divided into 3 principal parts: devices, infrastructure, and operations. This is a true partnership model, as opposed to a single regulating authority. Nevertheless, someone has to assume leadership. The optimal realization of this project requires the formation of a task force, location-based services. The Siemens Safety Phone is a groundbreaking development in mobile communication. Its unique selling proposition lies in its innovative combination of communication functions with location-based safety services. But its user-friendly format, high accuracy, and low power consumption represent exceptional user advantages when compared to other systems, whether they're based on ELT, EOTD, or GPS technology. The safety phone originated as a business impact project idea and quickly became a working prototype. Additional USP is represented in the excellent positive EVA that can be expected. All partners evaluated indicated strong interest in the new product, and for that reason, the BIP team's recommendation is make it. The BIP team gathered at the end of the presentation for a few concluding remarks by the head of coaching in the Siemens Management Learning Program, Alf Keogh.
This is a great demonstration of what we talked about in the kickoff workshop with Peter Bruce. Star Trek strategy, yeah? And these guys are absolutely implementing a Star Trek strategy. They're boldly going where we've never gone before. It's a brand new product. And it's a real innovation. They're a cross-functional, international team of people who got to know each other very well and succeeded in doing something like this. You can't plan this. You can only have a culture and a little bit of chaos from which it'll emerge, and that's exactly what happened here. So what you've done is fantastic, it really is, and it's a great example of real innovation inside of Siemens. So we're going to make sure a lot of people get to know about it. So thanks very much indeed.
Highly creative cooperation and team spirit in a business impact project. The basis for a product that will open new dimensions for mobile communication in the future.
Alf, would you be so kind? Come here in the middle.